some real money in the room.
One.
What the world? One.
Hey man, we right here on the RealToonTV podcast. I done hopped in the camera one time for the one time. We got two legendary steppers out of New Orleans, man. Two OGs, two people who put it down front line, you know what I'm saying, and help create the name for a lot of the people that we're able to see right now in the hip hop world, right? But y'all come from the street world. So we have Terrance Gangsta Williams, aka OG Giggity, aka Mr. Answer Right Back, aka the People's Champ. Do I got it right?
And you got two names, aka Terrance New Orleans Williams, aka Terrance Civilian Williams.
Terrance Civilian Williams.
Yeah, you're right.
And for those who don't know, go ahead and let them know who you are.
Diesel out that MILF.
Diesel out that MILF, man, the Melphamine Projects. So let me just start with you, Diesel. We gonna hop right into it, right? So as you two guys are originally enemies.
Right.
Facts.
The MILF and the
Magnolia, man.
Magnolia.
Don't forget that, bro. All right now.
I don't want no problems.
Me either, but I'm just saying.
Right. So I wanna first and foremost take the opportunity to appreciate this moment, to have two people who wanted to literally kill each other be able to sit down with each other, because a lot of young people right now they won't get to see the age to where they'll even be in the brain space to see this come together. So for you guys to not only be alive to see it, but to be able to be right here to do it is amazing. So I just want to give y'all, y'all's just due for being willing to sit down. Let's get into it though, Diesel. You let's start with you, because my people may not be more so familiar with you. So just tell me about, who you are, where you grew up at, and so on and so forth.
Well, I'm from out the Melphamine Project. I just came from doing 30 years in Angola, Louisiana State Penitentiary.
Okay.
And me and Gangsta was always at each other at one time,
If you don't mind me asking, what did you do the 30 years for?
Murder.
Okay, so you were convicted of murder.
Yes, I was convicted of murder.
Okay. And how old were you when you got convicted?
I went to jail at 19. I got convicted at 21.
So at 19 years old, you go to jail for murder.
Yes.
How old were you when you were arrested?
By the feds or the state?
By the feds, the last time.
23.
23. So y'all really both lost the majority of your adulthood lives to the system.
Yes.
Wow. So take us back for a second. You grew up in New Orleans.
Yes.
The Melphamine Projects. How was the projects when you coming up?
It was rough. Our project was called Death Valley. If you didn't live back there, you couldn't come back there.
Death Valley.
Yes.
Like what was it about the Melfs?
Kidnapping and killing.
Kidnapping.
Kidnapping and killing.
Like kidnapping people?
People, drug dealers.
Drug dealers get kidnapped.
Yeah.
They was known for the Clickum juice too back there.
What's the Clickum juice when you say Clickum juice?
Ask him.
Yeah, tell me about
game. That's all.
That bombing fluid. That stuff make you go crazy.
the Sherm. They call it Sherm.
I don't know.
Out here.
I was out here. They call
Water.
it Sherm. Yeah, that water. Yeah.
Water, yeah.
Going all that water. That was
Right.
Big Project was known for that.
Right.
The Melphamine.
Yes.
Yeah. So around what age do you kind of jump off the porch?
I got off the porch at 10.
At 10?
Yes.
What made you? Because see, you know, it's easy to say the projects, the ghetto, they this, that, and the third, but you know, you get to go to some projects. If you're from the projects, it's more of a family-oriented place, right?
Right.
So prior to you getting off the projects, like what kind of stuff were you seeing around you?
Drugs, thieves, prostitution, drug dealing. Yeah.
It was all bad.
Oh yeah, it was all bad.
Yeah.
All the time, every day.
So what prompted you to get off the porch?
A guy named Carl Butler. He stayed on the porch with me, and man, this was the flyest dude I ever seen in my life.
Right.
Yeah, I watched him become from a humble dude to a cold-blooded killer like that. Blink of an eye.
What transpired?
Somebody jacked him and he killed him. Police wound up killing him though. Wound up killing Carl. Yeah, but he raised me.
Right. So what made you per se get off the porch?
I wanted the money.
Right.
I always seemed to with money. Stayed sharp, stayed nice. Yeah.
Yeah, lift your voice a little bit when you speak. And very interesting. So, you get off the porch and at 10 years old.
Yes.
10, like
10, 5th grade.
5th grader.
Yeah.
Elementary school kid.
Elementary. Yep.
What's life for you at that 10, 12, 13-year-old age?
Well, I used to be going in French Quarter, tap dancing, break dancing, ray feeling, hanging with cannons. If they don't know what cannons are, people that pickpocket.
What's Ray feeling?
Going in stores and running out with everything.
You was just bad. Where were your parents during all of this?
Well, my mother, she stopped whipping me because it didn't work.
Right.
Yeah. All she started doing was just praying for me.
Right. What about your father?
Well, he didn't live with us. He lived around. He stayed by the Magnolia Project. He was always in my life, though. That's my best friend.
Right.
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 Mm-hmm.
So, at some point, the Calliope, or not the Calliope, the Magnolia and the Melphamines, start getting into it. Originally, were y'all cool? Like, how does this relationship come about?
I was real cool with them. When they was beefing with the Melphamine Project, I was living in the Magnolia by gangsta them.
Okay, so you're from the Melphamines,
Right.
but you moved to the Magnolia.
I was living with a female.
Okay.
My mother was still living in the Melf, though.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So you moved. How old are you around this time?
When I moved in Magnolia?
Right.
18, 19.
Okay, so this is toward the.
Right where I got
this is when stuff is getting serious.
Yeah,
for
when
you.
stuff getting serious, right.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So you moved to the Magnolia. Tell me about your relationship with the Hot Boys and what the Hot Boys were at that time. If you had a clique going on, like just tell me, give me the landscape.
Well, I really grew up with gangsta then. We was in LTI, juvenile jail together. We used to be fighting and jumping people and all that there.
Oh, so y'all had been knowing each other since juvenile.
Oh yeah, he was off the post since he was like 10, 11. He been putting in work.
Right.
Yeah, he's serious dude.
Right.
Yeah, he really for real.
Right. Oh, so let me hear from Giggity. So tell me how you knew bro out the mill.
Well, when I first went to juvenile jail, he was already there. And he's you see how laid back and quiet he is? Don't let that fool you. He always been arrogant and cocky.
Right.
Little though, always been small. We both been small. He be laughing about the weight I done put on now. But he was there before me, so him, Mike, who's in Angola now, George, all of them was like our big homeboys. Even though me and him was the same side, but he was there before me. So he had more experience than me being in the juvenile. Because when you go to juvenile jail, if you go in the dormitory, let me see if he can remember this. Remember this is the butt cans, flow model. So what I mean by that is, if you go to a dormitory, if you don't have no homeboys that can fight, that got to respect, you got to sit on the floor. So we claim benches there. Oh, it gets deeper than that. So in the morning time, when they wake us up to get out of our bed, to make our beds, to go brush our teeth, there are like maybe 6 sinks. Let me get my New Orleans, 6 zincs, right?
Right.
But my homeboys certain people claim these sinks. So if you were what we call a lame, meaning like if you didn't have no respect or nobody will help you out, you couldn't go brush your teeth on these sinks. It had like a big water thing where all the lanes would gather together and brush their teeth and all that. So the sinks were claimed.
Right.
The lockers were claimed. So if you ain't have no homeboy, somebody that could fight or have respect, you're gonna take your stuff that your parents send you and put it under your mattress and sleep on it so nobody can't steal it from you or whatever. We had a elementary and a high school. So we had a thing in the dormitory. Talk that talk, let me see you walk that walk. The walk was like, see how that sidewalk with that little shade thing?
Right.
So just imagine like from here to that, like a nice little half a block. But we at the school and we all would be like a busy traffic walking, going to school, because we all had to go to school. So like I said, you got an elementary, high school, but we always function together. So Somebody always was getting stole off on, fighting. If you didn't know how to fight, you learned how to fight in LTI. Right. But the problem was we were so deep from New Orleans there that the 3rd Ward and 10th Ward, we would click up to fight the 9th Ward because the 9th Ward was the biggest ward in New Orleans. So that's how I met him when I first met him in Juvenile.
So y'all really had to click up almost for Juvenile survival.
Yeah.
Yeah. How was Juvenile for you?
I was straight. I mean, I grew up all my life in the game, so I was nothing. I was straight. I was good.
Yeah. Man, so y'all are cool at this point, but at some point y'all get into an altercation.
Let me tell you how our city go. In jail, we brothers. Love each other. We gonna fight for each other, help each other, jump on the next person for each other, right? But on the street, it's different because he's out the Methamphetamine Project. I'm out the Magnolia Project. So if we're in the club, I'm gonna give you a prime example. They gonna be in the club, right? So we all trying to take pictures and take over the picture booth. So this is them in the club back in the day. This him right here.
Right.
So let me let your camera see this here.
Right.
I use this as my thumbnail. This them back in the day. So now you're going to have the Melf over here. They're going to have their baddies, they polo, they jewelry on over here. Magnolia going to be on here. We're going to have baddies, polo, Guess jeans, same thing they going to have, but we going to be over here. This him. He always, see, look, he got his jewelry on. Young, looks
right.
small. You know
Player.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, when I really realized that homeboy stuff only work in jail is when his right-hand man, who's deceased now, one of my homeboys at the Callio Project, Cat Eye Derrick, stole some commissary from this guy from Kenner. And New Orleans guys are so arrogant and cocky, they look at everybody else as country, like little country boys. So they'll try to take over or try to rob them for stuff. But this young boy, this guy that he stole something from wasn't scary. So I was in my cell. In the parish, we like 4-man cell. They're them old, boom, them doors that rack back, and they got a chain on them old bars back in the days.
Right.
So, and then you got to go to the day room with a TV, the shower, the phone, all that's up front. So my homeboy Cat out there, he get on the phone, the little dude got behind him and stole off on him and kind of hurt his jaw. So when they called it, because every 2 hours you got to get where you're going, and they're gonna rack the doors back. Then the CO gonna leave, so now you could get slaughtered there because you got to kick the boom, 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 deputy. You got to yell for the deputy to come. So anyway, when they rack back, I come out my cell, I go in the front. So right. Cat Eye Derrick there, Colonel out the Melf, his co-defendant, his right hand man, he there. Am I all right? Is it cool to say your right hand man? Because I don't know y'all relationship.
Yeah. Oh, Kurt.
Yeah.
Oh, that's my brother. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So Colonel. So I go to the day room, right? So I said, Cat Eye, fight him. So they went to fight, but Cat Eye jaw, he said, man, I can't fight him more. So Colonel, his brother, jump in, try to fight him. He's little, so the dude kind of get the best of him. So then I get upset, jump in and beat the dude up.
Right.
So in my mind, I'm like, we homies, we family, right?
Right.
But now when we get to the streets, so now this beef going on with the Magnolia and the Melf. I used to keep a Mac 11. I used to love the Mac 11. He used to keep a Mac 11. But he had, so with him and Cornell, they just went on a rampage. They just was robbing everybody in their project around it. If you wasn't with him and Cornell, you was food. You was easy to be, you was gonna be got.
What made you start picking up guns?
I've been picking up guns since I was like 10, like I said. That's all I stopped the people from jacking me. I've been small my whole life.
Right. So well, you got it initially for protection.
Yeah, for protection.
But then you get into upping it on folks.
Once I got into it with them, it was all the way on.
Right.
I didn't care no more.
Right.
So this what happened. So we go, Killer Stone, who's deceased, his little brother Disco, who's deceased. So we in this little white car to call a Matchbox. The club on this corner, he parks down the street on this corner on a dark street, right?
Right.
I said, Disco, I don't think this is safe. Man, so he wasn't trying. All right, come on. So we walk a block down to the club. We all hanging out, having fun. So Disco decided to go get his car. And he walked down the street. We heard blah, 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 blah. So Disco trying to run, and Stone, his brother, come around there. Stone through the door for Disco jumping there, and they bail out. So the word get to us, it's Lil Diesel and Cornell that did it. It sound like the Mac 11, right?
Right.
So I said, okay, when we see them, it's on. So now they had them rob some dudes outside their project, right? And it's me, Hot Boy Mosquito, OG Booby Black. We walk around in the fair, and when we come around, they got their back turned to us. They both dressed alike. They got, I think it was the Suns short set that they had on, and they got this big, thick gold herringbone chain on, and they talked to some big guys in front of them. So I remember us three walking towards them, and when I got behind him, I stole off on him. So some kind of with him and Mosquito, they with the fight, that they did something, because me and Cornell, the one who I helped fight in jail,
Right.
we fight now, and then all of a sudden Cornell just come up with, he had to hit me in my chest, I didn't know. Then I look, I see he got a knife. I said, whoa, he got a steak knife. I said, man, what the? Feet don't fail me now, I gotta go, right? So I try to run so Cornell stab me and get back here. So let me tell you what he do with. So as I'm trying to head out the Superdome, he's standing right where your man at, right there. So just imagine me running, and that's the exit to get out. He like, raw, come on. So I gotta come his way. When I see him with the knife, like, come on. I ran this way. I can't run to that. Your man already hit me. So I go this way. I come around. So I see all these girls. I had a gold Tommy Hilfiger shirt on this day with the plaid collar, with the plaid short, with the gold Tommy sock, with the badges, the green badge Commodores. So I got a red stain on my shirt. And they got all these little pretty girls right here. So I see them, and I don't want to leave because Mosquito already gone. He already been shot going to the hospital.
Right.
I fell out on the floor like, So the girls, they went to scream and holler, right? So they thinking I'm dead and all kind of stuff because I wanted the attention.
Right.
Man, that ambulance cost like about $14,000. Man, I did that.
Right.
Man, so because the hospital was like right down the block, but I wound up getting 34 staples in my stomach, and my lungs collapsed from the stabbing. Yeah.
Is it the scar still there?
Yeah, it's down my stomach, 34 staples.
Can we see?
No, I want y'all to see.
Oh no, did he?
That's what you act like next you're gonna be put on the baby oil, want me to shine it up.
Man, come on.
So
man.
listen, let me cover my navel up. That's what we do in Islam. But see, right, he hit me here. He hit me right here. The knife hit me here, and I had
Still see
staples
the
go all the way
scar?
down. Yeah.
Yeah.
And this was crazy. So they hit me.
So this was serious.
Yeah, this was war, beef. Like how we used to beef. Wherever we see you at, we gonna fight. We gonna do something. We wasn't back then. It was like we wasn't how people do today. Like if y'all got a beef, if y'all see each other somewhere, y'all might just see, look, and don't do nothing till I could catch you. We gonna fight. We gonna kick, stab, whatever we can do. We gonna let you know we hate you. We trying to get you out of here. And that's how it was with us. So I couldn't stand him, man, because first of all, he used to ride around. They had a cab they used to ride around in, and they had this little blue or brown little raggedy car they'd be ducked off, sneaking in. And we was just both alike. And here's another thing that used to tick me off with him. Like every female, not every, but some of the females I liked or I would be messing with, he'd been to hit them. And some of them he done got pregnant. I'm like, man, I'm sick of him, man.
Right.
I just couldn't stand him, man.
Right.
I couldn't stand Lil Diesel and Cornell. Or one day I go to the hospital, I had to go get checked up on. I come off the elevator, Cornell is sitting in a chair, his leg gone, or half his leg gone. So he got a lady in the man. I said, man, I ought to go slap him. I got him. But I was like, nah, I'm not gonna disrespect. He in front of his mother and this man right here. So when I come off the elevator, he look at me. I walk out, I said, what's that? I gave him that, right? He was like, man, you all right? Because he see I'm moving, you know. I was like, yeah, I'm good. You all right? Because I'm like, I can still walk. I said, you got your limb, but it wasn't for me. So they had, like I said, they had so much crazy stuff going on. I'm going to let him tell you the other story where he in his own project got caught slipping and shot his balls. But that's he could tell you that part. But they was beefing with so many people.
Right.
But soon as his brother Cardell get hit, they try to put it, yeah, boy, y'all went back there, y'all got that, y'all got him back. I was like, nah, that wasn't us. I didn't much want to take that charge because I was like, nah, they almost killed us in the field. They up on us.
So let me ask y'all this, right? Before we go to him, where was Booby Black when all of this happened?
I think he ran. He had to run off.
Yeah, he ran.
He ran.
Yeah, he broke out running.
You saw him run.
Yeah, I saw him run.
No,
it was
Booby
three
Black.
of us. Yeah, OG Booby Black.
Well,
Nah.
Yeah. Oh, he left his homies.
Nigga.
Man, it was 3 of us together, bro.
I done met Booby. Like he just don't give run regardless of what's going on.
Man, listen, when them boy had them knives,
Right.
I've been for years, like, the last time I saw Lil Diesel, I had got shot up, right, in August. He had got hit up. So we wound up on a medical tier in our jail.
Right.
So, you know, he got a lot of respect. I got respect. So his homies give him a knife. And a dude I'm cool at the night walk give me a knife. So me and the Diesel met down in the middle of the floor, and we about to just stab. Like, we don't have no, you know how people get magazines and get all this old stuff.
Right.
We just got our little, the medical tier outfit on, and we about to just go stab each other up in the middle of the floor. The windows right here, so the guards see it. They see all the commotion. They run in there and grab him out of there. And that's the last time I seen him was in '94. Never seen him after that. I didn't know when I seen him today how his attitude was gonna be, how it was gonna be tension. I didn't know because I had never seen him since '94 until today.
Right. Let me turn to you for a second. So, walk us through that day. So, Gangsta says that essentially the Hot Boys felt like y'all shot at them, and you were known for packing the Mac 11. Was it y'all? You know, let's just clear the air. Let's, you know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to open up nothing, but, you know, just to clear the air, if the beef was some bull or if it was legitimate.
Oh, it was
why.
serious. It was serious. It wasn't us who done that, but it was serious.
Right.
Right.
What led to that? Because when they saw y'all, you know, they attempted to get off on y'all, but you were ready for that. So it had to be some kind of knowing that, okay, this was about to happen.
Like I say, I grew up with them. Their heart is too big. They got big heart. When New Orleans was the murder capital of the world, him and his crew was running it. They was running it. They had everybody on lock. They was scared to death of them boys. And I mean, I knew they wasn't nothing to play with.
Right.
So I knew how they was gonna come. It was like 10 of them against 2 of us. And both of us were small, so we was ready.
Right.
We was ready.
So walk us through that situation, that the fight.
In a fair?
Yeah.
Well,
How they got them knives in there? That's what we want to know.
Oh, before we went to the fair, we was at home, and my little brother was like, "Man, let's go to the fair." I said, "Oh, no, indeed." I said, "Them boys gonna be in there. You know how they coming?" He like, "Man, let's go, let's go." I said, "Well, look, let's go in this kitchen." We went in the kitchen. We saw them knives. I said, "Look, let's get them knives, because they gonna mess with us if they be in there." Which I know they gonna be in there, because they go to every jam. They ain't scared of nobody. And just like I told him, soon we went through the door, we had him in our hands, and I was talking to the guy. Second of all, we didn't rob them. The guy that I had got into it and got the herringbone for was the guy I used to always call them every time he see me and him, so they can come kill us. Yeah, so when I saw him, I did what I was supposed to do. But anyway, we was at the fair. He snuck me. I shook it off, and I saw him, and I went to running at him. About 8 of them got my little brother Cornell on the ground, and I cleared it out.
What do you mean you cleared it out?
Oh, I went to slinging. I went to slinging that knife.
Right.
Oh yeah.
It's just so interesting because you hear about knives in prison, you don't hear about knives in the streets.
I'm still shocked about that because we never do. Well, them boys to catch had the knives and they.
Well, small as I am, I always had to have something in my hand, even if it's a pencil or ink pen.
Right.
You know that. We was gang fighting every time. I'm in the front row. I got a pencil, or ink pen, a stick pen, or something in my hand.
Right.
Yeah.
You own that.
Yeah, because I got even the battleground. I'm small.
Right. Well, so after that, what transpires?
Well, they called after we stabbed him.
Right.
The police grabbed us, and they said, "Oh, they had us for a few minutes." They said, "Oh yeah, we got y'all. One of them just died." I said, "Oh Lord, one just died." And they were talking about him. Yeah. So I said, "Oh man, call Robbie and Billy." The police officer from out the Melfamine Project. So they came. They said, "Oh yeah." I said, "Man, Gangsta them just got stabbed up." They said, "Oh, let them go. Gangsta them ain't gonna come to court. They gonna sell that on the streets." So they let us go, just like that.
Wow. So when was the next time that y'all ran into each other?
Oh, on the medical tail?
Yeah, that was the medical. That was the last time we.
So when that was when y'all were in jail.
Yeah, we was in jail.
Y'all were in jail for separate charges, obviously, right?
Yeah.
Was this when you caught the murder charge?
Yeah.
Okay, so walk us through you getting picked up for murder.
You get picked up for murder?
You getting picked up. So, okay, at some point, right?
Okay.
You're 18 years old,
Right.
about to go
19,
right?
right.
So, essentially, you're just now becoming an adult,
Okay.
like an actual, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I remember when I turned 18. You know what I mean? Like, that's a special time. It's almost like they call it a rite of passage. And so you become 18, and at what point are you arrested and charged with?
Well, I was an adult when I was like 13, 14. You know, you've been in the streets since you were 10, so you become adult early.
Right.
Yeah, so I was always ready
Right.
for whatever it was. But the murder charge, their police set me up.
Their police.
Yeah.
What they had, their own police?
Everybody had their own police. The Mac, all of them.
Right.
The police from out the Magnolia, he changed my police report 3 times. That's how I done 30 years.
When you say changed?
He switched my police report 3 times. Framed me to do 30 years.
Framed you. So you were innocent of the case you were
yeah.
charged for?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Is that how you got out?
Yeah,
So okay. Fast forward, right? You're arrested.
right.
How'd you feel when you got arrested for a charge that,
Oh, I just knew I was coming home. I wasn't even tripping. I
Right.
knew I was coming home.
and you took it to trial?
Yeah, I took it to trial. They
So-
offered me 5 years, but I didn't take it.
They offered you 5 years on a murder.
Yeah,
And so you take it to trial, and what's the results of trial?
life. Without any parole, probation, or nothing.
Wow. So at the age of 19, you hear you're getting life
Yeah.
without the option of parole. What's going through your mind?
What? My hair and everything stopped growing. For real though.
So at this point, and this is what, 1994?
Yeah.
Yep.
This is the year New Orleans was the murder capital?
Oh yeah.
What was New Orleans like as a place around this time?
War zone, get it how you live.
Dangerous.
94 was a rough year for me.
Dangerous.
Right. And you part of the reason it was rough.
No, but
Yeah.
I was living in New Orleans. Like I say, January I had went to jail for intimidating a witness. February I went to jail for murder. Got out in March. They hadn't fixed me up. They hadn't stabbed me, tried to take me out. The game in June of 94.
Oh, so the fair was in June.
Yeah.
This was all same
It used to be
year.
a Coca-Cola fair every year in New Orleans in the Dome.
In June.
Right.
So in June they try to take old Giggity out the game. July I got shot up in 94. August I go back to jail for murder again in 94 and get out in 95 on probation bond. Got caught in March and went and did my state bid. Got out April of 96. He was already gone at this time.
So you gone. You locked up. At some point while you're locked up, you see Gangsta. Now, we spoke earlier how when in jail, y'all are friends. When in the streets, y'all are enemies. But at that point, y'all had become real enemies on the streets. I mean, you stabbed a man. They jumped you and your little brother. What happens when you see Gangsta?
On the medical tail?
Yeah.
Really nothing. It was all we always shot up. So I really wouldn't know in my mind to do nothing, but I knew he had a crew up there too. Yeah, he had a crew. He always had crews, you know? Yeah, so
Shout out to Ain't the Rings out the Night War. What's up, bro?
Yeah.
Ain't the Ring, but like 6 up, big tall. Then my homie Red out the Magnolia was on the tier with
Red
me.
was on, he had a whole little crew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. So when you say y'all were shot up, like, what do you mean?
My head got shot up. He was stabbed up and shot up. I was shot up. Everybody on the tier was shot up.
Oh, so y'all
It was a medical tier.
y'all are in jail on the medical tier. Y'all are injured while in jail.
Right.
Right.
How does this happen?
It happened from the street. Like when I told you I got stabbed from them,
Right.
and then I got shot up the next month.
Right.
So now when I go to jail for murder 3 months later, he's in there because he got hit up in his project. He might could tell you the story what happened with that. So when he went to jail for the murder charge, he's still injured because he I guess whatever happened with the murder, I don't know what happened with that, but whoever he was beefing with in his project caught him slipping, hit him with that chopper or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And now when he get picked up for the charge, you got to go to the medical tip because your wounds are still open. Right. Yeah, all our wounds, like my stomach was wide open. They said to put bandages so it could close up from the inside out.
Right.
Because at first I had the staples in there, but when I got hit up, when I got stabbed from them, I had the staple. But when I got shot up, they didn't put the staple back, they just left it open because I had a colostomy bag on and all that. So I'm on a medical tip with the colostomy bag, everything.
Right.
Hurt. And he on the tip. But we can't live on this tip together.
Right.
We can't live here together. So we might well try to kill each other right here. We were young and
so
wild.
it's still up.
Yeah, it's up. It was up. It was up and it was stuck.
Right.
He had to try to take me out the game. He hit Mosquito, the original Hot Boy Mosquito.
Right.
So we got that rule. You got to keep in mind too, we was young. So that rule, like now that we older, like when homies come in jail, be like, look, bro, y'all got to leave that alone. That didn't apply to us. Right. We was like, look, we make the rule, break the rule. I ain't trying to hear that. Right. And we had so many young, wild homeboys, they didn't care about, oh, y'all got to get along because we in our parish jail. So we local anyway. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? So they want to see somebody get butchered or get killed or get hurt. So they can, oh boy, Diesel got off on Gangsta, or Gangsta got off on Diesel. Yeah, you know, Melf up, Magnolia down, or Magnolia, you know. That was the messy, crazy to say, fun gangster lifestyle we live.
Hey, RealToon, it's some real money in the room.